Hello, welcome back to another Poem Mass video. And so today let's talk a bit about the upcoming SS Korrina and Marshadow, right? And again, it's also in the same category as Gloria, as a very freaking good unit. Came at a very unfortunate time, right? So as usual, we will be, speak of time, we will be pulling for a live later tonight. So make sure to check in when that happens. So anyways, Marshadow over here, she's a ghost tech, right? And a very interesting one at that, right? If you look at her base stats, first of all, very good physical attack, very good speed as well. Everything else is all right. And her big move is Spectral Thief, even though if you look at the power over here, it's like 102, which is not a lot, right? But she has like a billion multipliers. So yeah, returns targets raise stats to normal and raises users' stats by the same amount, which is neat. But the downside over here is it is a quick move that, well, it's not a quick move, but it's a move that costs both gauges and it has a limited amount of MP, right? So that's definitely her biggest drawback, right? If she didn't have this drawback, she would be like insane, right? Then you have Direhead All Plus as a tech unit for your whole team for no reason. Got Shadow Punch here, which is not something you should look over, by the way. Even though it's just Shadow Punch, you should definitely not look over Shadow Punch. The Shadow Punch is going to be very important once you get into her grid and stuff. Greater heights, raises attack by 4, raises speed evasion by 3, which is nice, right? And then, yeah, the sync is basically Lear's sync, right? The innate, when they have no stats raise, which you could easily get with Spectral Thief, obviously. Well, it's not that easy, I guess, because the opponent's has like one move before you drop your sync, right? In between using Spectral Thief and your sync. So moving on, the passives got good form. That's the Annie Steven passive, right? More your stats are raised, more your harder your hit moves hit. Prepare 9, which is a 90% multiplier for your moves when the opponent has no stats raised, right? So Spectral Thief, steal all their stats, and then this does like almost twice the damage for like no reason. Fortuitous 9 has random chance of buffing your stats, right? So this is incredible, right? This is incredible. You have every single turn you buff a random stat on top of you're already buffing a lot of stats, right? The main one being evasion, because there's not a lot of like evasion supports in the game in general, right? So you could relatively easily max out all our stats. Not that you have to, but and then also Spectral Thief, right? It's always stealing the opponent's stats as well if they have any raised. So yeah, there's also that, right? Do keep in mind. So yeah, if we do look at her damage, she is like Anni Lillie levels of damage, right? If you look at Spectral Thief specifically, right, this is it's actually much more than Anni Lillie's damage, right? Anni Lillie only does like a bit more if Anni Lillie does get the super effective up, right? But otherwise, she kind of blows Anni Lillie out of the water in terms of that category. Obviously, much more than stuff like Giovanni, Fantina, etc., right? Pretty close to Renegade Cynthia as well. Oh, never mind. No, she is not close to Renegade Cynthia. I misread that. I read that as Shadow Ball. No, I was like, what the heck? No way, Shadow Ball. No, she does much more damage than Renegade Cynthia. Okay, never mind. Yeah, because this is a 2-turn move, right? So you have to divide that by 2. Damn. Yeah. Yeah. I think people can see why there's a MP limit on this one, right? Or else it would go like absolutely nuts. And then if you do look at her Shadow Punch damage, it's actually not bad, right? It's like it's around similar damage to Renegade Cynthia's Shadow Ball, right? Which is not that bad. So there's that as well once you do run out of MPs. But she is a unit that you kind of really need the grid, right? Because you want more MPs. You definitely want more MPs for Spectral Thief because it's so powerful, right? So yeah, you'll have a chance to get the MP back, right? If you do get her grid. And then she is also the, you know, outside of that, she's the strongest ghost nuker in the game. Right? Even stronger than SS, you know, Renegade Cynthia, which is crazy considering how powerful SS, well, it's not that much more, right? But like still, it's like SS Renegade Cynthia levels of sync nuke power, right? So yeah, as you can clearly see, damage very, very, very good. Again, big issue is just this, right? Which does get solved eventually if you look at the grid, right? So at 1 out of 5, you don't get much. You get like Fierce Entry 1, which is okay, I guess. I mean, you don't really have to worry about this, even though it's only +4, because like again, you could steal stats with Spectral Thief. You could just get random stat buffs from like for 2 to 9, right? And hope one of them there's attacks. So you do pick up like Fierce Entry 1. You only really just need 1 more, so it's not that bad, I guess. A few power-ups for Spectral Thief, move gauge fresh for Spectral Thief. That's about it, right? Nothing too interesting. 1 out of 5. 2 out of 5. You have a few things. First of all, you have sync reload, right? So that makes it so that after you sync, you at least get one of your MPs back for Spectral Thief, right? So at least every sync cycle you get to use 1 Spectral Thief with this. So that's definitely very, very nice. Assuming you sync with her, which I mean, why not? Her sync is very, very freaking powerful. Yeah, Shadow Punch super duper effective 3 here, which is I guess nice, extra 30% multiply for Shadow Punch, whatever. And then attack +20 over here as well. And then 3 out of 5 again is where you get, as usual, you know, most of your stuff. Fierce Brawn, that's a easy 30% multiplier. Another Fortuitous 9 if you really need it. Although it's nice, but I don't think you could really afford it energy-wise. Quintuple is nice for move gauge acceleration, right? You got Rising Tide, that's the big sync nuke multiplier for Marshadow over here, right? She's got Rising Tide on top of yeah. And what else? Oh, this is the big one. This is the big one. Shadow Punch hit reload 4. 50% chance of restoring 1 MP for the user's Pokemon when the move is successful. This is the big one, right? I feel like it's that and like sync reload, I guess, right? So basically, I feel like what's gonna happen generally is you sync, you get 1 MP back, you use that MP. Shadow Punch, hope you get an MP refresh. If you do get an MP refresh, you use the Spectral Thief. If you don't, then do it again, and then on average, I mean, 2 hits at 50% rate, you should get 1 MP back, right? So then after that, you sync again, and then you have 2 MP now for Spectral Thief, and just, you know, go nuts with the 2 Spectral Thieves, right? So yeah, that's a big one over here, right? And then there's another Fortuitous 9. And Slippery 2, Evasion, +2 on your train move, which is kind of whatever. Move your fresh 9 and Shadow Punch, also slightly whatever. But I mean, they gate the sync move power up, so I mean you gotta sort of kind of go for it, right? But yeah, this unit is very, very freaking good, man. This unit's fantastic. Again, if it weren't for the MP gate, this would be like one of the in contention for like one of the top damage dealers in the game. But again, there is that MP gatekeep, so it's not a perfect unit, but it's still pretty damn good, right? Still very, 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 very good. Again, one of the top ghost type damages in the game. When we generally don't have that many great ghost type damages, outside of like Anni Lillie, if you're hitting Ghost Week specifically, because then you could get the super effective up. Without the super effective up, it is kind of really whatever, right? I mean, I just called it almost 900k damage dealer, whatever. But I mean, in this day and age, man, 900k is nice, but it's not, you know. Yeah, so I'm slightly joking. Yeah, Korrina's good, man. I don't know what else to say, right? It's just that, again, very, very unfortunate timing, being the Hohenwilder coming up. Maybe Hohenwilder coming up, right? And then the anniversary, obviously. So yeah, I mean, it's nice, but again, due to those circumstances, I could probably only give it a 6.5 out of 10 pull rate, or pull rating, whatever you want to call it. It's my video, I could call it whatever I want. We're calling it magic number. All right, so yeah, it is what it is, right? It's a very, very, very good unit. The outfit looks fantastic too as well, right? Especially the EX. I love that outfit. But Villain Arc next month. Annie after that, anniversary, right? I don't want people who are new to this game hear me say Annie and think like, what? Is that the character from the Michael Jackson song? No. Anniversary. So yeah, it's good. It's good. If you're a whale, just go for it. But again, if you are free to play it, probably just save for now, right? Again, hey, if somehow the whole Villain Arc units disappoint and suck, you could still come back to pull for you know, SS Korrina if you really want, because again, even if you really want to pull for it, you could just wait a bit, see what's up next month before coming back to decide if you want to pull for SS Korrina or not. So anyways, yeah, that's me this one. I guess hope you all gentlemen and guys think in the comments down below, like, share the videos, or our channel, some more of them as a comment. See you guys in the next one.